Previously on Dances with Dice. When last we left our heroes, Finian, the halfling artificer, Felix, the human bard, and Theo, the satyr fighter. Our heroes had made discoveries that opened the mystery into a much wider world than they were ever anticipating. Completely over their heads and flooded with new information, what will our heroes do with this strange set of circumstances they have before them? Will they rise to the occasion or crumble at the first signs of true adversary? Join us this week and find out on Dances with Dice.
All right. You guys awake the next morning in the tavern. Nothing has been taken from you. Your watches all went off without a hitch. A quiet evening in the Royal After Miriam Mines. The next day awakes, and you guys have a lot of new information to sort of bandy about and deal with. If you'd like to, do some investigations, you absolutely can. You know where the mine shaft is to eventually head to. But this is kind of your opportunity if you guys so desire. You guys can, you've gathered a couple of very, these big and new important pieces of information. You're welcome to investigate those as well if you would like, before heading downwards. What would you guys like to do?
Excellent question.
There's a lot, I know. You guys got thrown.
Bean is asleep for the next 3 days, so we don't have Bean.
Bean's asleep for a couple days, so you can't go. Bean is
an
Bean.
elf. Doesn't she only need to meditate for like 2 hours?
She's also an elf. She's
Snorts
also an
sparkles.
Yeah.
She's got dust in her brain.
She got dust brain. Like there's a lot of stuff going on in there.
Also, fuck that. Let elves take a nap.
The reason elves are so short with everyone is like it turns out they actually do need 8 hours of sleep, but their biology says 4, so they're just tired all the time.
So real.
They're all
Same
tired
about
because of the rumors that spread around that all they need is meditation, when really they really do need sleep. Stop waking them up.
For 3 cents a day, you too could let an elf get 8 hours of sleep.
Stop talking to them.
Stop talking to them. This means you, Theo.
Stop it. Get help.
Get some help.
Theo, as far as Theo is concerned, she has made an incredible discovery, because this is a person who was there and they're still alive, and she can get a first-hand account from this person.
And it's completely useless because they have been doing the equivalent of smoking hyper-strong fantasy weed for 500 years.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They were still there.
It's like you went down to a 7-Eleven and found someone rambling about the Vietnam War, and you're just like, yes, this man is certainly on meth, but he's gonna tell me about Nam.
No, it's someone rambling about the Civil War or the Revolutionary War.
Yes.
I mean, it's reasonable that she's like, her age-wise makes sense, given that she's an elf.
Yeah.
Like, there are other complicating factors, but like...
But it was the likelihood of an elf being outside of their homelands during that period of time is highly unlikely. So majority of people who were there, if not all of them, are dead because they weren't elves. This is the only elf that was there.
I'm just imagining Theo like saying this to herself as she's like writing in her notebook. No, they were already there. I know that they were there.
This elf said they were there, and I believe them.
I believe this elf. They are definitely like on something, but I definitely believe them.
I definitely believe them.
Good God.
Yeah, no. So Bean unfortunately is out of the question. The mayor, of course, had always said since Finn did something very nice for him, the mayor has welcomed you back, probably to get more conditioner, you would think, but
Don't like him.
so you could go see if you could talk to the mayor again. You could go talk to any of the guards as well. Rupert at the tavern is also, a collector of rumors, and then you also have Cormac, who kind of went to bed after being sort of shushed him away last night.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to Cockney, I'm uncultured. Do we want to separate or split up and talk to people individually? What do we want
I
to
think
team?
while we're trapped in a town where we can't leave because magic, let's not harm our chances by separating.
Right.
I'm not saying something's gonna kill us, but something could kill us.
I suppose that's fair.
What are you talking about, trapped here? You're not trapped. It feels great to be here.
Right. We yearn
Oh, right,
for
I forgot.
mines.
Sorry, this town that I don't want to leave.
Town that I don't want to leave.
Yeah, you love being
Yearn-
here. Why
yearn
would you
for
want to
the
leave?
mines.
The mines are there.
Anyway. So then who do we want? Clearly we need more information before we can go down there. So who do we wish to speak to? We could talk to that Cormac fellow again. About what he has seen. Bean did tell us that she believes he has seen things and it just isn't talking about it.
She also said there was a lot of things she hadn't told him.
True.
So I'm worried about... Are we morally obligated to not tell him the things being told us?
We don't have to tell him all the things being told us. We could just say, are you sure you haven't seen anything? Maybe things that you think you didn't want to see and are pretending you didn't see. Are you sure you don't want to talk about it? Maybe like that. We don't have to say, but also Bean told us that she's like 500 years old and saw the world breaker. We don't have to say that.
Yep. Yeah.
Or we could go talk to other people. You good, Felix? You good?
Are any of us really good? The answer's no.
Big question.
I liked
Gideon?
it better when I didn't know that we were stuck here. I mean, that we never want to leave here because it's such a cool place. Ayo.
Happy thoughts, happy thoughts.
Rotate that fucking horse.
Yes,
Look,
very sad.
Seeing as the mayor doesn't exactly know that we know what we know.
Excellent point. We
Maybe
don't want to give
I
our hand
could-
away.
Maybe I should go see if I can learn more, right?
I mean, you already gave him a gift. What's a few more?
Maybe I'd learn something. Maybe he gives something away.
True.
At this conversation, you hear at your door.
Wow, that actually came through. How about that? The knocking sound. Who is it?
I open the door.
Standing there is the mayor. It's like, hello, good morning. How are my favorite guests in my little town?
Very good, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Do you mind if I come in? I was hoping to have a conversation with you this morning.
Sure.
Thank you kindly. And he steps on. He steps through the doorway. It's like,
Are you really inviting him into the threshold? No, I'm just we don't know what he is.
We've already eaten the magic fruit or some shit.
beans. You ate beans. Actually, no, you quite literally ate beans as knowledge. You ate the magical fruit. No, he looks at all of you. It's like, I wanted to come by with mainly for dear Finian there. Dear Finian, I was able to use that conditioner, and my goodness. And you notice like his hair is like springy and like about 3 times the size it was the other day. It's like, I cannot begin to thank you. You have no idea what it was like to have to deal with a bed of straw upon your head every single day. Anyway, I hope you are finding the accommodations to your liking. You've been enjoying your time here.
Yes, very much so. Thank you.
Oh, that is lovely. That is.
I mean, I'm
lovely.
really glad you like it. If you need more, I can always make more. I guess. Do you have any? I guess all. But if you would like some more, we could probably use, some, provisions, supplies, or any other things you might. Because we do have to go into the mines to solve your problem.
No, of course, absolutely. You feel. I'll be 100% honest. You've solved my problem, Finian. You have solved my problem. I mean, look at this hair. Look at this hair. But you, of course, were hired here to do a job. And who would I be as a mayor to not assist those who have assisted me? So, anything you need, head on down to Kevin's General Supplies. He will hook you up, and you'll have anything you need from there. Actually, Kevin. Here. And he pulls out a coupon, and it's just like a dollar bill with his face on it. It's like, here, hand this to Kevin, and he will give you anything you need.
A coupon for one free back rub.
This is the nightmare scenario.
If there's anything else I can assist you with, please, of course, don't hesitate to stop by the office, and I am happy to help. Anyway, ta-ta. And he sort of strolls out the door.
Well, that was a normal interaction.
Speak of the devil, though. God, that was impeccable timing. Well, I'm going to go shopping. Who's coming with me?
I mean, obviously I'm coming with you, but...
It's like very loudly, let's go capitalize. Ism.
Maybe there'll be people at the store.
We are capitalists.
Look, it's not capitalism if it's free.
Let's exchange money for goods and services.
Oh, I wanted a peanut.
The free market benefits everyone.
I'm just imagining you guys, but instead it's like the South Park cutouts of like the Canadians, just like your heads cut in half. Like, yes, let us go to this store and be capitalists. Goods are exchanged for money.
Well, Morgan's saying it like they have a gun being put to their head by Ronald Reagan.
As we all do, let's be honest. The ghost of Reagan hovers over the Earth like the astronaut meme, but instead of the first astronaut going, it's like, wait, it's fucked. It's like, yeah, I did. You make your way to Kevin's General Goods and Sundries.
I hate you.
Joe Blow Kevin at the tavern.
Why can't I just say things and like they don't come back to haunt me?
Why can't I just say things and they have no ramifications whatsoever?
Because that's the fun of D&D.
Well, the consequences of my own actions.
You guys are writing this story just as much as I am. We've been doing this for 5 years. I thought you would have picked up on that by now.
Oh my god, we're so old.
Anyway, you walk in the front door of Kevin's store. It's a very nice and normal looking sort of general store. You see like there's the sort of glass front cases at the front have like various potions and scrolls in them. There's a couple of like weapons on the walls. It is a lot of just like sort of mining equipment though. So pickaxes, lanterns, lots of rope. Like, so there's, like a small little itty bitty adventuring corner and then like Okay, have anyone's ever been to a sporting goods store in a like rural conservative town? How there's like an itty bitty section for all the other sporting goods, and then everything else is guns? It's like that, but with mining supplies.
Yay!
It is walls and walls of pickaxes.
Walls and walls of guns. No.
It's like walls and walls of pickaxes. There's like gilded picks. There's like automatic mining tools and like these things like that. And then like I'm walking.
Look, I'm gonna walk up to him. I'm gonna literally just be like, I need everything like any automated like. Just be like. I'm gonna think about this real quick because like I can make shit out of those things. So I'm like, even though I don't need it, I'm gonna act like I do and just be like, so we're going on a huge expedition. I'm gonna need every automated machine
I'm gonna
you
need
got,
all of your coal.
and it's all on the mayor's dime. Like,
oh my god,
It's a coupon. That is not on the mayor's dime. That is that's a coupon he gave us, not a credit card.
he said anything I needed.
The Kevin is standing behind the counters like, welcome. Kevin's a middle-aged human male. Kind of got a bit of a Geralt of Rivia like haircut beard combo going on. Kind of like the long white ponytail with like a scraggly sort of beard. Missing one eye. And is just kind of wearing like a very simple like leather apron over some like linen clothing and things like that. It's like, welcome to Kevin's General Goods and Mining Supplies. Like spits in a spittoon. It's like, how can I help you today?
Charming.
You know
Hello
what
there, Kevin. So we're going on a massive expedition, you see. Orchestrated and funded specifically by the mayor. So what I'm going to need is I'm going to need every bit.
If he's giving you one of those coupons good for anything in the store, be aware it is good for one and one thing only of any price, mind you, but you are getting one thing and one thing fucking only. I've had about 4 different adventuring parties try to clear me out already, and your boy Kevin was not born before the World Breaker, if you catch my drift. That funny to you, goat person?
Kevin's racist.
in a small town, of course he's racist.
Damn, Kevin.
I am going to attempt to forge multiple copies.
Also, I'm a unicorn, obviously.
Do you know what it would be called if Kevin started a cult?
I'm
Kevin's
gonna
Gate.
be like, I'm gonna look him dead in the eyes, and I'm gonna be like,
That's
fine,
a terrible joke.
I'll be right back. And I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna step outside the store and attempt to use my tools to make forgers, to make copies of the coupon, so I can get multiple things.
Okay. Roll me a. Is this Tinker's tools or forgery kit? Or is there like, do you have different tools?
Yeah, I can, because I'm pretty sure I have the ability to just
Fraud.
create whatever tools I need for the.
I cast fraud in the
cast
second
fraud.
degree.
Look, if he's gonna be racist to my friends and tell, like, I'm gonna. Hold on, I just need to make
I'm a
sure.
unicorn. Duh.
Yeah, right tool for the job, because I can just manifest whatever tools I need.
Okay. So
Does a coupon count as a tool?
It's the forgery tools.
It's the forgery tools. Okay, roll me a tool check.
What would that be?
I'm pretty sure it's your
sleight of hand?
it's because you're using your since you're using your artificer stuff technically. I'm pretty sure it's intelligence plus proficiency. So
Okay.
D20 plus 7.
I will just roll something that has a plus. 22.
22. You make yourself what looks to be a pretty perfect forgery. So you've got the you're holding them up to each other, and it's like, okay, you're feeling pretty good about that. You're feeling pretty good. You've got the coupon like set.
Can I make one more?
It took all your skill to kind of get just the one.
I wanted to see if I could have one for each of us, so because that would plausible, like we each have a coupon.
Sure. Give me another roll. But the DC is going to be higher on this one because you used a lot of your supplies, and I'll say like you probably mucked up a couple. So okay. You're very limited in what you can try to make happen here.
No problem. That is nope. That's a nat bad. I like my tools blow up or something.
You get the next sheet of paper and like you've got like the pen in your hand and like you're just like ever so carefully like you press pen to paper and then you cough and the pen goes right through the paper. It's like fuck. All right, you got 2.
All right. I go back inside and I hand one to
Hand it to Felix. It's like, Felix, you dropped this.
No, I think I'm gonna give it to
Theo.
Theo, yeah.
You forget my name?
For a second there, yes.
All right, Theo, you have one as well, and like Kevin looks at you. It's like, all right, 1 coupon good for 1 purchase. You got 2 coupons. What the fuck do you want?
Felix, do you?
Maybe you know. Is it possible to purchase a better attitude, maybe? You know, because you're gonna chase away most of your customers if you keep acting like that.
He looks around, opens a window, pokes his head outside. Well, gosh darn, holy fucking shit. You are absolutely right, son. I totally forgot I'm the only person selling mining supplies in a goddamn mining town. Fuck me, you are 100% correct. I'm gonna run out of goddamn customers. So you know what? Hang on, let me just. He locks every like knick-knack and thing down. It's like all of those are locked up. I'm closing for the day. You all can come back in 3 months when I have found myself a better attitude while I go off adventuring again. All right, you all have a nice, lovely day. And he walks into the back. You hear the door slam and a lock click.
I am now going to steal everything that he has.
God.
And then about less than 2 seconds later, you hear the door unlock, open back up. It's like, what the fuck do you want to buy?
I'm gonna take my shirt down a button. Just get that V a little more V'd, you know? And just kind of lean against the counter. I'm sorry about my friend. Unfortunately, he's usually like this.
I wasn't born yesterday, and I've never found anything charming. Now, what the fuck do you want?
I love nothing.
All right, button the shirt back up.
Nothing for you.
To quote one of my favorite lines from The West Wing ever, I have never once in my life found anything charming.
Yeah, fucking apparently. I'm a beautiful man. How dare you?
He's even prettier on the inside.
Yeah. Surprisingly, given my personality.
That's what Fiend told us.
Spent an hour making Morgan feel happy and loved. And it's
all
like,
right,
oh,
what's the most ridiculous looking high-end contraption he has in there?
So you see what looks like if you combine like a weed whacker with a power hammer, it looks like.
How does that even work?
So it's got like the body of the weed whacker. It's got the body of the weed whacker, like the long, thin tube. But instead of getting thinner at the end for the where the weed whacker is, it gets like thicker into about a baseball bat size shape with a piston on the end. And there is like a shoulder sort of brace that you put on. And so you brace it against the rock and you activate it, and it starts chiseling into the rock wall, so you can like place dynamite or anything like that. It's basically
so you mean like a jackhammer with a harness? It's
a shoulder-mounted forward-facing jackhammer, basically. And he points at that one. It's like that one right there is the whole bore 6,000. You'll be able to get yourself through 6 feet of solid rock within about 4 to 5 seconds, assuming. And he like looks at you. It's like, you might want to give it to her, and like points to Theo. I think it weighs about as much as you do.
She bores on my hole till I rock.
No.
Extremely loud, incorrect buzzer noise.
Yeah.
Now, if you want something more for your size, son, he reaches over and grabs a
children's beach set.
what looks to be like a child-sized pickaxe, and then presses a button on it, and you watch as the pickaxe head splits into 3. This is your triple mine. This is your triple mine and stick 1000. And what it'll do is with every swing, it has a rotational axis within it that will do a second and third swing. So for every swing, you get 3 swings across 3 heads, meaning 9 swings ahead, and that'll get you through rock a lot faster. Excellent if you're doing fine detail work as well, due to its size.
I think a better name would have been something along the lines of like Hydra.
Do you really think we should be criticizing this man?
Yes.
Do you think that's a good plan for us?
You both got to do it once. I get to do it once.
I'm trying to fuck him.
Hydra hammer. No.
And then I realized he wasn't down to clown, so I respectfully moved on.
I haven't gotten to respectfully move on. He called me a good person. I think I've earned this.
And then the final thing.
As they're arguing, I slap the Koopa on the table. Just give me the fucking hand. Just give me the fucking axe.
It's like he hands you the pickaxe, and then you watch as it like actually like, because even for you, Finian, it's a little too big. It's like human child size, which is just a little bit bigger for you. As soon as you take it in your hands, it shrinks down to better fit your size.
Normal child.
You're a toddler.
He's not a toddler.
I am a Frodo.
He said he's like 4 something.
No, he was like 3. It was like 3.5 feet tall.
I don't fucking remember.
He's under 4. He'd be the tallest halfling in the world if he was 4 feet tall. He's approaching dwarf size at that point, and he's not taller than a dwarf. No, he's 3'7". It doesn't shrink down a lot, but it shrinks down just a little bit. Mainly the shaft of the thing to better just kind of fit your hands.
I basically, and then I sheath it just in like a spot on GB.
Okay, and then GB sitting there. Wolf.
Ark.
Oh, that's right. GB's here.
It's like item acquired, adding to inventory.
It makes the little Minecraft pickupping item
noise.
Yes,
it makes up like the little popping sound. He's like, it looks at the rest of you. You got one more coupon. What do you want?
Do we need any more mining tools? Are we really going to be doing a lot of mining down there? I thought we were just going to be going and exploring the certain areas of the mine that seem to have already.
Will you just get something fucking cool? No.
One shelf that has adventuring supplies.
Yeah, well, the shelf with adventuring supplies is kind of like at the front. So like there's some potions, there's some different bits and bobs here and there.
Potion seller, I require your strongest potions.
You can't handle my strongest potions.
Fair enough.
There's your yes and.
The strongest. It's like the guy like you're trying to buy like, you know, fucking hooch from, and he's like, you can't handle my strongest hooch.
Yeah. This is asshole Barry. He's found his way from another dimension.
If Barry was a douchebag.
If Barry was an ass.
Yes. Anyway. Let's see. Is there anything? Could I roll to see if there's anything that would catch Theo's eye? Like, would he have anything? But would he have anything besides these mining things and rudimentary adventuring tools?
The case of potion bottles seems to be quite varied and mixed. So there's a variety of things. You recognize a couple. Like there's some healing potions in there that are pretty obvious.
Potions only come in 6-pack.
You see a potion of heroism in there. You would recognize like the lightning blue sort of bottle anywhere else. But then there's a couple of things you don't recognize. There appears to be like what looks like a small keg of like just random scrolls as well in there, and then a couple of very distinct weapons on the wall. There is a two-handed greatsword. There is a battle axe, like a two-handed axe, and then what looks to be like a small one-handed cudgel.
Plenty of potions, but the only flavor that you like is the one that's not in the refrigerated section, and you have to buy it fucking room temperature.
It's the worst. Yeah, no, it's like the cooler's all out. You just wanted a code red, and all you have is like slightly warm voltage, and like you don't want that.
Or you're me and you buy fucking 0 sugar Dr. Pepper before you drive to LA. So all you have is the taste of fucking disappointment and aspartame to accompany you on a 7-hour drive. Sorry, I'm not bitter.
I can at least do the Diet Dr. Pepper and the Diet Root Beer, which cover my main 2 soda branches, but I have felt that pain with with other diets.
Aspartame has no negative health effects. It does not give you headaches. I will die on the hill that it still tastes like ass.
Oh, no, it does. It absolutely does.
Well,
As a chemist, I am required to say it's completely safe and there's nothing wrong with having it in drinks. Fucking hate the taste of it.
Great, because I don't mind the taste. So
I
Alex
wish
reaches
that was
for
me.
his 2-liter of Diet Mountain Dew.
yeah.
chug. Yeah, what spell scrolls are those? Is it just the one for the entire little thingy, or
1 each.
which ones do you have?
Well, give me a second. It's been a while since I've gone through.
I'm already very strong. I'm certain I could handle anything inside that mine rock-wise.
Sorry. That wasn't necessary. That was immature. I'd like to apologize.
Listen, Morgan, I only have a +3 to my perception, and I have a +0 to my intelligence. I'm struggling.
I know, baby. I've got a +1 to intelligence, but honestly, that still hurts me.
I miss my
Okay.
my +5 so much.
I was never that smart and I miss it.
Okay, so there are 5 scrolls. 1 is a scroll of grease.
Get olive oiled, bitch.
1 is a scroll of grease. 1 is moonbeam. 1 is, let's see. So there's a first. That was a first. That was a third, I believe, which is the moonbeam. There is 1 of Misty Step and 1 of Tasha's Mind Whip. So that's 4. And
Do you think Tasha and Volo have ever kissed?
I hope so.
and there is and there is 1 scroll of Plane Shift. Just a random 7th level scroll sitting in there.
Jesus.
None of you would be able to cast it, but
None of us
mean?
could
It's
afford
a
it.
scroll. You don't need to be.
Yeah, isn't that the point of a scroll? You don't need
I
to...
don't think you can cast super high level though.
if you're casting spells at a level you don't have the level of spells for, it requires you to roll like intelligence checks to be able to
I don't have any
actually-
spells. I'm a
Then-
martial class.
Then you can't cast. Then you would also have
You
to
have
be
to make
rolling
that same skill check.
Yeah,
but
you're
like
still rolling
I
skill
could cast
checks.
a level 1 spell pretty easily.
Yeah. Any
I'm already a
spell slots
caster.
you have, you can cast those spells from a scroll freely. If you have no spell slots or no magical power, or they're not, you don't have, for example, 7th level spells, you can't cast this freely. You have to make a skill check for it.
Anyway.
And he pulls out the scroll plane and just, oh shit, how'd that get in there? Well, Marcy forgot to take that one. Okay. And he sticks it back in.
Marcy. Yes, quite. Then I believe I will take the... potion of heroism there, since apparently that's all I can do.
All right. Well, you didn't look at the other potion. Like, you didn't also ask about what other potions were there.
What are
either.
the other potions?
So there is, there's a potion of healing, a potion of greater healing. There's the potion of heroism, and hang on a second while I find a
Potion of just being a silly little guy.
Silly guy.
the potion of silly guy.
Are you worth you? What do you have in your inventory?
All right, and then there's a small vial. There is a small vial. It is black and lime green in color, and there appears to be a like snail shell floating within it. And he looks at that one and is like, oh yeah, old adventuring party, a friend of mine, Marcy, she was a druid. She made that thing, called it Metallicis expiratum, I think is what she called it. Something about your skin turning to metal for some amount of time. I don't fucking know. It's not permanent, but like you drink that, your skin will turn to metal for some amount of time, and then like, I don't know, metal skin's useful, I guess. Harder to hit.
That's fair.
You should get that Metallis scrotum one. That sounds like a good choice. Damn it. I tried so hard to finish that sentence without cracking.
Metallis is scrotum.
Get the Metallus scrotum.
It's a potion made from the scrotum of the mother of dragons.
Oh no.
Precisely. I was like, this will be so funny if I can get through this line without laughing.
You tried.
Turns out I can't say scrotum and finish the sentence.
All right, I'll take it. We'll take the Metallis scrotum.
Okay, he hands you the small little green vial of potion.
We're all children.
All right, well, you've gotten your free shit. Anything you want to buy? I'm going to assume no.
Did you want anything, Felix?
I think I'm pretty fucking broke.
Do we have any money?
You guys have a couple hundred gold between the three of you.
Yeah.
I have money.
I definitely have some money. But I don't have any money.
I don't have any money. How will I ever pay for this? Oh, I have 575 money.
With my cack.
Oh.
Oh.
Well.
Finian, we make cack.
It's like, Finian's horny side broke through there for a second.
Yeah, Jesus.
All right. Well, if there's nothing you guys else would like
either
to
that or
purchase,
your anus.
yeah. If there's nothing else you'd like to purchase from Kevin, you have other places you could do some investigation in. I will say this, just because since it's something you guys will be paying attention to today, the guards all seem very tired.
Yeah,
Are they hungover?
Drunk and working last
no,
night.
No, here's the thing. They all seem very tired. They are not hungover. Like you can kind of see it, and like you even like I would say like you might even like walk up to them and like as you pass a guard start talking really loudly, like there's no effect whatsoever. Like you all know what a hangover looks and feels like.
Absolutely.
None of these people are hungover. They're tired, obviously, but like they're tired in the sense of like.
Do I know of any magical effects that would like control someone and then leave that target exhausted afterwards?
Roll me Arcana.
14.
There are some mind control effects that you're aware of that leave a person exhausted, but you also know none of them are long lasting. Most mind control effects, unless you are incredibly powerful, are single target and last maybe a couple hours a day at most. There's not really there's no spell that really exists that allows for mass control outside of like certain very magical creatures. You are aware of that.
I was gonna say like not that something that's not like a god could cast.
Well, no, not even a god, but like dragons are known to have aspects of control. Fey creatures obviously have certain powers. Ghouls, hags, vampires, monsters. Like there exist monsters with some of these powers that could do bits and bobs of it. This is striking you less as like it's magical interference certainly, but it's not created magic. This is natural magic, you feel.
Great. Go team.
This is not abracadabra, I cast mind control at 5th level. It's, it's something else. That is very clear to you with your role.
Anyone feel like giving up? Take that as a no.
We could talk to them, ask them why they're tired.
Yes. It was supposed to be sarcastic. It didn't come out very sarcastic sounding.
No, it didn't. It came out sounding very like, oh yes, let's try that.
Oi. Hey, buddy, you look really tired. Did you have a rough night last night?
Jesus.
Oh, sorry about that. Oh, I'd be very rude yawning to a citizen like that. Hi there, my name's Sorbo. I'm a bit tired. I don't know what happened last night. It's like first thing I heard was we had, dinner call. Next thing I know, it feels like I didn't sleep a wink, even though my watch is only from like 8 to 9. I'm one of the barracks guards. I shouldn't have been out all night. Fucking patrolling.
Motherfucker works for an hour.
Well, no, he spends an hour on patrol and then he guards the barracks. Yeah.
I was gonna say.
No, it's like because like you said, because you're because like again because you've noticed like all of the guards, it's like the each of the guards obviously has a different job station throughout. So like he says like, oh, I'm a barracks guard. I shouldn't be sleepy. I stand outside in front of a well-heated, well-torch-lit doorway all night. Oh, it'd be difficult not to stay awake. Anyway, something I can help you with, sir? Young sir?
No, just curious, being friendly.
Yeah, well, I do. I appreciate the stop, but not a lot of people come by and just talk to the guards anymore. I don't know what happened. Well, people go on about their days, I suppose, Well, you're dealing with the authority of mining companies all the time. Probably don't want to deal with the authority of the government at the same time. We try not to have hard feelings here.
Glad I could make your day a little better, I guess, then.
Oh, thank you kindly. So what was your name?
Finn.
Finn shakes your hand. It's like, thank you, Finn. And he kind of goes back to just kind of like leaning on his spear, his eyes sort of half closed, just sort of rocking back and forth.
Kind of start walking or, riding away. Well, that seems weird.
Yeah, I can't tell if that was helpful or just more confusing.
Well, you did mention, I don't know too much about Faye you mentioned earlier. Does any of that tie into what he was saying fit with that? I don't know.
Does any of that tie into what I think about the Fae?
Roll a nature check. Actually, no, history check. History.
13.
You're aware, like, the Fae, for the most part, have not really fucked with the material plane, simply because they are very innately magical creatures, and they know that dragons feed off of magic to survive. So it'd be a little foolish of them, even with dragons gone, to go back to a world that eats magic. So for the most part, the Feywild and the Fey have mostly been separate. That's not to say that, there haven't been crossovers and incidents and things like that always happen, but this doesn't strike you as maybe necessarily Fey magic because there's no fun to it. There's no, especially with you as a bard, and like I would say, you would probably be the most person who would likely experience like a Fey individual or like experience Fey magic before. There's always a whimsy to the Fey, no matter what they're doing, whether it's a prank or whether they're helping out. They're gonna want to get one over on you in some way. There's no fun to this. Like what's funny about making the guards tired when you're also getting them drunk the night before? There's no sense to it. So it definitely doesn't feel like the Fae to you.
Fantastic. I have no plan and no ideas then.
Finian. Roll me a history check as well, now that you've walked away and you kind of talked to the guard a little bit.
History. That is a natural 20. 25.
Oh, nice. So with the 25, Finn, you're kind of looking at Felix as like he's racking his brain and trying to think. It's like, yeah, would this be the Fae? Is this the Fae? And like you're staring into his eyes for a moment, and then like you look back at the guard and like you look at theirs, and your eyes go wide for a moment because you're like hit with a realization like a bolt out of lightning. And for a moment, like you kind of blink for a second, you blink, and then the guard's face is replaced by one of the faces of the ghouls that you guys fought on your journey towards Marishane, and you blink again, and you realize that his eyes look exactly the same as the thralls that you guys fought on your way to Marishane.
Great. I love that for us. Yay.
But the one difference you notice, the one difference you will have noticed, Finn, is that he still has his pupils. The other thralls, they were just like, it was just like the color of the iris and no pupil. This one's pupil is still here.
This doesn't suck shit at all.
Okay, we're not at the next time the mayor invites himself in, we're saying no.
Yeah. That was probably a good plan to begin with.
I mean, we didn't know he was we still don't know, but it seems more
we didn't
like
know he was
now.
a bitch. I mean, we knew he was a bitch. You know what I mean.
Oh, jeez.
Just really like floating over the air. You guys hear? I'm kidding. I never get to use my Alucard laugh.
So do we deal with this new information, or do we still want to go tackle the place of the thing we know nothing about, the mine? I don't know what to do right now.
Excellent point. I also have no idea. I think the mines are a bad idea for right now, because we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Do you think what's happening here is what's angering the mines, or maybe if something in the mines might be able to help us with our current situation, or do you think that'll just be worse and then we'll be fighting, and then we'll have two problems?
I'm afraid it's their base of operations, and we get down there and they've stockpiled shit or something, or they're all angry and just kill us instantly.
Theo, do you have a different idea?
Well, Theo, give us literally anything.
I think.
Yes.
Sorry. I think one way or another, obviously, we're going down there. Obviously.
Do we have to?
Yes, we do, actually. To finish this job, because clearly I don't think that just... Are we allowed to speak candidly, or if I say out loud the phrase, just killing the mayor?
I'll say, because you would be aware, you would safely assume that you're probably being watched most times. I'll say your phrase, your past phrase is, should we rotate the horse or not?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Simply rotating the horse doesn't seem like it's going to solve it. And it seems like others have tried that, and we don't know what level of power they particularly had. But it doesn't seem like they've maybe perhaps gone to find the source, maybe? It seems like maybe down there...
They went to rotate the horse and the horse rotated them?
Yes, but if we go down into the pit, maybe through there we could inadvertently rotate the horse. Because we take away the horse's ability to rotate, or like its ability to resist rotating. Maybe down there is what's giving the horse its power to stand completely still. And if we handle what's down there, we'll be able to rotate it.
This still doesn't guarantee us not getting rotated, and that's my fear here.
The thing, right, I actually, no, it makes sense, because right now, the horse isn't trying to rotate us. So, maybe not antagonizing the horse in front of the horse might be better. Maybe if we go somewhere else, we could circumvent the horse.
The horse knows we're going to go down there anyway.
Wait,
This
that
I hate
actually
you for making this.
changes my mind. Why would he if going down there is going to help us, why would he encourage it?
Well, he doesn't know that we're trying to rotate the horse.
No, but he knows. But he wouldn't send us down there if it was like gonna be harmful to him. That just seems stupid.
Maybe he doesn't
Unless
think that when we're going
he's very convinced that if we go down there, our horse will get rotated.
that, or maybe he's very convinced that when we go down there, we'll come out being on his side or something. Because he likes that Finian makes the conditioner. Why would he want Finian dead? Why would he send Finian down there if Finian is his source of nice hair?
Or maybe he's actually, he actually seemed very like he didn't give a crap about what was down there. Maybe he doesn't know what's down there. He was just concerned about his hair.
Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe what's down there is helping the cult, helping the horse, and the horse doesn't even know
Stop
it.
using. Never mind. I guess
The
we're
horse is
just
the mayor.
going to the tunnel. I guess that's the consensus.
Well, so you guys have a couple of things you can do, because I'll just remind, because a lot of stuff has
That
occurred.
was all. Just for the record, that was the best decision-making process out loud I've ever done in a D&D campaign.
I do.
God, it
Commitment
was
to the
giving
bit.
who's on first.
And again, commitment to the bit is always the best part of any show. Is as long as you commit to the bit, it's funny.
Fucking shit.
To remind you guys of what options you have, because you have gained a lot of new information. The mayor has at all times offered to, you guys can chat, ask him questions, anything like that. You still have Cormac you can talk to, because Bean did give you that little hint that they have possibly seen something. You've already been to Kevin's, and you have spoken to the guards. So your sort of 3 remaining paths. You could, of course, re-explore things you've already explored if you want to, so you can maybe dive a little deeper on any of them. But your 3 at least unexplored remaining paths are: you have talking to Cormac, seeing if you can't get more information on the mayor, or heading to the mines. And I assume heading to the mines is probably going to be the last one, simply because you want as much information as possible.
Yeah.
All right, who's good? I mean, we should probably go down, but maybe
Cormac?
who's good at sneaking? I mean, I'm
The
tiny,
answer is
but
actually the answer actually is none of you.
Yeah.
I think GB might be the
I
best
think
sneaker.
I do have a +4.
Yeah, you might be the best sneaker, Finian.
Because I'm tiny. I'm also I probably also get a bonus.
Yeah, you have a
Maybe
+4 to
because
you have a +4 to stealth.
Yes.
So Finian, you are the sneakiest.
Well, shit.
Hey, it's the one he loves the most. You should definitely.
I
try
am
doing
I am the
sneaking.
least less likely to be murdered if he were to find me doing something, nefarious-ish.
Yeah.
So are we going on the assumption that we think he's a vampire? Is that where we're going here?
I'm not sure. Maybe?
I don't know.
What
if
does
there
your
are any
heart tell you?
reasonable assumptions here.
He did.
My heart tells me to get the fuck out of this town.
We can't go in.
Immediately your brain's like, nah,
Actually,
you don't want
live
to do
here
that.
and I
This
love
place is
it.
great.
This
I
place,
just- I
wanna
is,
die in
this
this
place is so.
town.
You want to marry Kevin? That's how much you love
I
this
want to
place.
marry Kevin. I do. I do want to marry Kevin. Hannah knows why that's a difficult thing for me to say.
That is an incredibly. That sounded like a very blasphemous thing for you to say.
Yeah.
Disgusting, Morgan. Disgusting.
I know. If I said that in real life seriously, I'd need you to kill me.
I would slit your throat. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Disgusting. All right. So Cormac or investigating the mayor?
How brave are you
How
feeling,
about-
Finn?
Why don't you guys go talk to Cormac and I will talk to the mayor. But first,
You
I'm
want to
gonna
have no backup in that conversation?
I'm gonna have
like,
backup.
in
It's
that-
called a case of conditioner.
Also,
Sure.
also GB.
That's fair. He does
Well,
have
that's
GB.
kind of he comes with me everywhere. He doesn't know how to function without me.
Yes, but you have GB as
For real.
backup.
It's like mouth opens. More than 30 feet from my father, I will fall asleep.
Where'd you get that voice clip of Scout?
It's like my entire personality for GB is based off of Scout. You cracked the code. It's just Boy Scout.
And just a little bit more murder in his heart.
A little bit more
really
murder.
Make the Scout.
Scout's got a lot of murder in her heart, let's be real.
It's the Chihuahua.
She just doesn't know how to act on it. Her heart says murder, and then her brain says, I sleep.
If she had thumbs, you and Hannah would both be
Probably
gone from this world.
All right, so Finn, please roll me just 5 alchemy checks, so +7. And then Theodosia and Felix, while he gets those rolls for the amount of conditioner he's going to end up making, we'll see what it is. You guys head off and you find Cormac. He's...
You know, I think that's probably something that's never been said in D&D before. Like, I'd believe anything has happened before. I don't think anyone has specifically been trying to make conditioner for a mayor of a town.
Roll for conditioner?
Roll for conditioner?
All right, how do I look at them all? Because I think I only failed one. One of them I rolled a nat 20.
Let's see.
How do I look at all of my past rolls? No! God damn it.
The last thing I've got is a... you would go to the little play button. Not launch the game. You'd go to the little... if you're on your character sheet where the campaign name is, there's a play button, and then there's a little text box. That's the game log. That'll have all your rolls.
Oh, where's the text box?
So if you see where like share, short rest, long rest, and then campaign, and then the play button, you're gonna want to look for the game log. Because if you hit launch game, that takes you to the map screen, I'm pretty sure.
Oops.
Yep. We're not doing that yet.
Game log, right?
Yes. That should be where all the rules are.
Okay.
So while you gather those, Felix and Theo, you find Cormac. He's got a clipboard in hand. He's like directing some logistics for the day, and he sees you all walk up. It's like, guten Morgen. Was being helpful last evening?
Yes, and also we have about 5,000 more questions than we did before we entered this town, so that's
generally how it works when you talk to Bean for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
He kind of like looks around. He's like, come, and he kind of like takes you into his like private tent. It's like, I will answer what I can.
Theo, you got anything?
Questions? Sure. What have you seen?
That's a very broad question, dear Theo. Roll me an actually, no, I roll your insight check, Theo.
You do.
I do that.
Do that.
I do that. Theo, you don't believe him. It's like he knows you're prying.
I don't believe that he believes it's a broad question.
Oh, no. You can tell he's obfuscating.
Yes, I think it might be good to talk about it, don't you think? Instead of keeping it all bundled up inside, being able to share those thoughts, feelings.
Yes, that's
people
really...
who might be able to help.
Oh, so that's really... I mean, as I'm sure you can understand, dear Theo, acts of faith often require that, those acts are justified, especially when any other acts of faith have been met without resolving, if you catch my drift.
No.
Whatever Bean told you that I saw, I didn't see. What I have seen is 50 of my friends go into a cave and never come out, and I have seen people disappear night after night for 3 months. And while I want something done about it, I have learned to stop sticking my neck out when it can be helped. lest said head falls off.
So you've learned to be a coward.
I've learned to
Jesus,
stay
Theo.
alive.
Same thing.
I resent that remark. That's awfully cruel, Theo.
It is far better to die heroically than live your life as a coward.
Unless the greater evil can be stopped another day.
Yes, and wouldn't you say now is the time to stand up against that greater evil rather than continuing to, looking at Cormac, be a coward?
He reaches over Theo to a small notebook you can see like on like a little camp desk inside of his tent. And he throws it at you.
I catch it. My reflexes are too fast.
Get the fuck out of my tent.
It's poorly set up anyway.
I'm gonna hover a little bit behind Theo. She means well. I know the words were cruel, but she
Tell
wants
her
to
every
help.
name in that book is dead in the last 3 months. They all arrived here less than 6 months ago. So tell her if she's going to call me a coward. And she has to bring those people back first. Survival is not cowardice.
I understand. And I'm gonna follow Theo out.
Mhm.
Theo's
And-
flipping through the book, just like.
Yeah. Theo, you flip. Theo, you flip through about like 20 or so pages. There's about at a rough count, you're about halfway through the notebook. It's about a 40-page long notebook. About halfway through, there's about 300 names listed.
Okay.
Total number of names as you flip through, there's about 1,000 names in the book.
Okay. I don't know where they're getting this population to come in here.
Do you have an ounce of decorum? Like, I thought I was an asshole, but Jesus Christ. But by the gods.
Mm-hmm. Grew up in the military. Death isn't exactly special where I come from.
For you. Just because it doesn't mean anything to you doesn't mean it means nothing to other people.
You should learn to take your own advice.
Fine. Yes. I'm a hypocrite and I'm two-faced.
Mm-hmm.
Why be cruel to people that we're here to help?
You are cruel to me and Finnegan almost every damn day. And I can't be cruel to a stranger. Pick your battles. I'm trying to fight off an evil that's going to just continue to kill more of these people. If it's been going on for 6 months, if we do nothing, it's only going to keep happening. If he does nothing, it is only going to keep happening. His book will get longer, and he can have another book and another book. If he continues
And when
to just
we
sit
need
there,
help, who's
If
going
we-
to come and help us if we piss off everyone on the way?
That's a great question. Ask yourself that one too. Name the number of people you've been fairly kind to. I've happened to stick around and stick up for you and fight for you, defend you, keep you from dying. I'd like to think that people look beyond whether you were rude to them because something in their soul says this is the right thing to do. The right thing to do is get up and fight. Even if that person was rude or mean. Because that person who's rude or mean, maybe they're trying to do the right thing. So I'd like to think that he's not a one-dimensional person who's going to sit there and be like, oh, she was mean to me, I'm never gonna help her. I'd like to think that he's two-dimensional and could maybe think about it for a little bit. I don't have time to just be kind about this, not when I know there's a great threat down there. And it's gonna keep going. It's not going to stop. Especially not if you just sit on your ass. And
you
these
deserve
people,
better than what happened to you.
I know I do.
But that doesn't make it his fault. You
No.
can be cruel to me all you want. Leave a grieving man out of this.
The people in this book will die in vain.
They already died in...
No, they won't. Not if we can stop what's happening.
It won't bring them back. They're already dead, and they're already being mourned.
It's not about bringing them back. It's about their families knowing they died heroes. They died trying to stop something. And if we can figure it out and we can tell the world just what happened here, these people aren't just some miners who died because a rock fell on them. They were people searching for the truth.
And he was the only source of income in your family. Then knowing what killed him is all fine and dandy, but does it put food on the table? Does it give you your goddamn father back?
I wouldn't know. My father never played a role.
Well, I guess we have that in common.
Cool. We both have daddy issues.
No one would
Finian.
ever guess that based on the way we behave.
Finian, you find yourself walking up to the old fortress. You've got... you said how many successes did you have? You had 5? 4 or 5?
Meanwhile, Finian, I made conditioner.
You told me to roll 5, right?
Yes, I told you to roll 5.
I rolled.
think it'll make his
I
hair
had a
soft.
10,
I wonder how they're
which I'm
doing.
assuming is probably a fail. But then I had a nat 20, so I got a 27, and then I rolled a 25, a 23, and a 24.
Okay, so you've got like a mini keg, like any of those like small Heineken kegs, like a mini keg of conditioner, just kind of like in your hands. It's just like you're just like looking at it, it's just like this is too much. It's like there's an uncomfortable amount of conditioner in this barrel, and it looks like something else. But here we go. You make your way in, just knock on the door. A voice comes out from behind. It's like. Yes, come in, come. Your mayor is happy to see you. And the door opens, you come.
This dude terrifies me because he's so just being so nice.
It's not the dragons that are scary, it's this little man.
Yeah.
It's always the weird little guys. It's like, yes, oh, Finian, how lovely to see you. Welcome. I'm so happy to see you again. Has it been? Oh my goodness, it's been only 2 hours already. Come. How can I help you today, sir?
I think this guy's in love with you.
He's in love what I can do for him.
Oof.
Finian's
Sometimes
getting,
relationships be like that.
Finian's out here just like, I am not a piece of conditioner producing meat. I am a person.
I am a conditioner dispenser.
I'm just a man.
Pushes down on the top of your head and some conditioner comes out of your nose.
Ew, I would not put that in my hair. No, thank you.
Snot.
No.
Snot.
Install a plunger on my head.
Yeah. Your little neck has like little grooves from like the soap containers. You just unscrew your head a little bit and it pops up like 3 more inches.
Hey, good God.
I hate
This
those.
hellish nightscape you've created is not working for me.
I've decided I called corporate and they don't like it. And they said we're nixing that.
I'm talking to HR right now.
We're filing a lawsuit.
All right, Finn. He's like, you wouldn't happen to have a gift for me, would you?
Well, actually, how did you guess? And he pulls out the.
It's like his eyes like go like they do the full cat thing. Like you see like the pupils dilate, and it's just like that wouldn't happen to be all conditioner, would it?
That depends.
No, it depends on what, my boy.
I'm scared.
God, I need an adult.
You went in there. You were the one who said you didn't want backup.
It's like Finian like at himself 15 minutes ago. Why the fuck did you do this?
Yeah.
His immediate regret. like chibi Finian screaming at adults, screaming at regular Finian. It's like dumbass.
On whether you're willing to divulge your other main secrets on maintaining this. Look, I'm a person who also likes to keep myself, looking nice for various reasons. I just want to know what you do to look so good all the time.
Ah, a fellow groom master. A master of their own personal style. I thought, Finny, I'm touched. Come. And he opens a door. Like he pulls a book on the on like this like bookshelf, and you watch as like the entire wall swings out, and you walk into a small room. It's very clearly like a single person barber shop. At first it smells horrible of like chlorine and like products, because the entire room is like, instead of being normal, the entire room is like lined in like velvet. So like that has clearly absorbed like the fumes and the moisture from like, so like you walk in, you can almost hear like the squelching of like your feet on wet carpet.
Hey Zach, can you stop saying disgusting shit for like 5 seconds?
And he walks in, and you see like this giant there's like this giant floor to ceiling bronze mirror there, that especially you, Finian, as a architect, or as an artificer, more importantly an engineer, you know how difficult that would be to make, because it's a perfect mirror shine. You can see your reflection in it as though you were looking at glass, but it's entirely a brass mirror. I just love what the color of brass does to your hair, because look at this. And he pulls you in front of the mirror, and it's like kind of like standing there in front of you. You notice notice how your hair, it's a little bit lighter than it actually is in real life. So you see what happens when you style yourself in brass, you end up doing about 3 to 4 shades lighter on all of your makeup, your hair products, everything. And you want to know what happens when you go out in the sun? You start sparkling and shining, because you haven't overdone it in the decrepit darkness of some enclosed room without natural light or anything like that. And this is how you become a perfect specimen like myself.
As he's doing this, before I answer, am I noticing his reflection in the mirror?
He has a reflection. He has a
Not
reflection.
real mirror though, it's just brass.
He has a reflection in the middle.
It's not about real mirrors. It's just.
Is it reflection in general?
Reflections in general. He would not reflect.
No, it is. I will.
It's the silver backing in mirrors, isn't it?
It is the silver backing in mirrors as to why they don't appear in mirrors. It is not because they are vampires. It is the silver backing in mirrors, and you would all be aware. You would all be aware of that. That is
My man's could be a vampire.
I'm saying like you're all aware of that as characters, because in a world full of magic, common like vampires
so this is just super ridiculously polished. If anything, this strengthens the idea that he's probably a vampire, because he's not using a traditional mirror.
The amount of effort it would take to get like a hand beaten large mirror, like glass mirrors are cheap. They're not difficult to make, especially with magic. Like it's not very difficult to make. This is very clearly ornate handmade.
I definitely learned something today, because I always just heard the phrase, like vampires don't have a reflection. But now I know why they don't have a reflection.
It's because mirrors at the time, mirrors at the time were made with silver backing. That was what reflected it. It's also why they wouldn't appear in photos, because photo flashing was also with silver nitrate.
Yep. So in response to his,
like
I'm just like
villager.
As creeped out as I am, and I'm also like, oh god, he's probably still a vampire. This is actually quite, like, ingenious, and I'm kind of just like, I say that out loud. I'm just like, this is bloody genius.
I know, right? I mean, think about it. Every time you have gone outside and listen, like your companions, they're wonderful people. I'm not saying they're not, but there's a bit of muscle involved with the brains, of course. Like pointing to you, Theo. It's like, or pointing to you, Felix. It's like, Finian.
We're not
I went
here.
through literally every single one of you. It's like pointing to you, Finn. It's like, of course, there's some brains to it. So you, of course, understand. You understand the importance of beauty, of putting your best foot forward and enthralling all those around you at all times. It is our gift to the world, Finian.
Good choice of words there. Enthralling.
It is our gift, Finn, to give to those who are unable to see the beauty of the world, the true beauty around them. Even if that is just yourself sometimes. Why do you think I go on a stroll every single day? It's so everyone can get a morale pickup from seeing the beauty on display, not just the world around them, but in people like me. Wait, would you like me to do your hair or give you a little bit of a manicure?
It's like
Wants to touch you, Finian.
it's like you're giving the gift of yourself. Everyone
Exactly.
else.
The gift that gives endlessly. The gift of me. The gift of beauty.
You're so selfless.
Oh, I try. I try so much. But you know what? Here's the most important thing, Finian, and I think you understand this as well. Not everyone will appreciate the work you do, but we keep doing it because we know it's right.
Couldn't agree more. As there's a reason I like making things.
Exactly.
And I know there was a reason I made that for you, and he points to like the giant jug of fucking
Exactly. You know exactly what it means to be able to create and, more importantly, give to other creators. Continue the act of creation and beauty and spreading it throughout the world. Because you're an engineer, Finian. You're a creator. You've made things. You have improved the lives of those around you. And you yourself know, sometimes people don't understand. They're afraid of change. They're afraid of safety. But you understand, we must give them safety, security, even if they don't understand. That is what it means to create. That is what it means to lead.
Be pretty.
I hate everything about this strange man.
It's like from Finian's point of view, this is terrifying, and this man's definitely fucking insane. From a player standpoint, I love this so much. Like, this is such a great character.
He's
Finian is
deeply
trying
empathetic.
so hard to just keep it together and like trying to play it off like, oh yeah, I totally agree with your insane fucking
So,
This normal conversation is definitely not batshit insane.
right.
It's like Finian. He puts a hand on your shoulder. It's like, Finian, you understand these things. I sense a kindred spirit within you. So I've kept you too long. I'm so sorry, but whatever it is that you and your friends are able to accomplish, I know you'll be doing great things simply because you are at the head of it. Do you understand me?
I understand.
Excellent. Roll me a wisdom save, please.
He's trying to charm you.
That's even better knowing that at the same time we're having a screaming match.
Yeah, at this
Like-
very moment, Theo and Felix are screaming at each
What am I
other.
rolling again? Wisdom?
Wisdom.
You know,
Save.
standard
Yeah.
Finian Theo.
I'm so good at wisdom. Oh god, I rolled a 19. That's a soft 20.
All right, you feel, Finian, you feel like this warm blanket almost wrap around your shoulders momentarily, like a hug from a parent, like just that the safety and comfort of home envelops you for a moment, and you think to yourself, he's so right. People don't know what's best for them. People don't understand the importance of safety. I mean, look at me. I had to hide this creation that can save people and protect people. And I have to keep that to myself. No, that doesn't make sense. And then like GB like sort of like shifts and like whines a little bit and it like snaps you out of it. And it's like, oh shit, he's a fucking vampire.
Yeah.
You succeeded your check, but more importantly, you met the DC he doesn't notice. He's like still staring into your eyes. You can see like a hypnotic pattern within his pupils, and you're able to like blink it away momentarily. It's like, Finian, do you understand?
Yes. Yes, you do understand.
Excellent.
Everyone deserves gifts and they just don't understand that they need them.
He puts his head, he kind of cups your face in his hands. I was so terrified, Finian, that you weren't going to understand. You watch as like his voice starts to change a little bit. Oh, gods, do you know how hard it is to keep that voice going? How difficult it is to keep your voice so reedy and up here. Oh my god, it's exhausting. And you kind of watch as like his his back splits open, and like you watch as like this creature starts growing, like unfolding itself, standing thin, reedy, super pale skin, standing about 6.5, 7 feet tall, in like black midnight robes with like blood red like gemstones at the cuffs of his shirt, and it's like, hello, Finian. I am Lord Magtronus, last vampire lord of Amoth. I am so pleased to make your acquaintance. And that is where we will end our session for today.
Love your
Holy shit,
conditioner.
so does he think that he has me charmed right now?
He absolutely thinks that you are under his spell.
Oh my god.
I love your conditioner.
Oh my god.
Thank you
No
all
wonder
for
he needs the conditioner. The man's fucking like decrepit.
Thank you all for joining us for another episode of Dances with Dice. Please follow us on all social media channels at Dances with Dice, and when you use the hashtag DWDcast or DWDart, we'll use you as named NPCs in the show. Thank you all for joining us, and join us every single Tuesday for new episodes of Dances with Dice.